It's been a little over 3 months since moving back to Nigeria with my 3 little children, and many people are still curious as to how I'm maintaining my Japada budget. What do I do every month? How much do I spend in the current climate? When I say climate, the economic climate. Most of you have been asking and requesting, and yeah, this is the video. If you do not know what Japada means, it means moving back to Nigeria. So you may hear it frequently in this video. Those who leave Nigeria to move abroad, we say they've japad, they've left the country. It's a slang, a Nigerian slang. Those who do the reverse, which is the reverse japa, they japada. So in case you hear that as a non-Nigerian, that's what I'm referring to. So me, I japadad with my little ones. Anyway, this video is going to break down all the monthly outgoings, how much I spend on literally every single thing, and how much I'm budgeting every month, and yeah, everything you need to know, the tea, the details. So please stick to the end of this video to get all the information that you need. Anyway, before I move on, I would love to know if you're a Nigerian living in Nigeria, or even a non-Nigerian living in Nigeria, how far? What's your budget like? What's eating up most of your salary or most of the money that you have, you know, your budget? I would love to know before we continue. That said, we live on $300 a month. We live on $300 a month, and I know people in the US, obviously Australia, Canada, those in the West, they'll be like, but that's my monthly water bill or whatsoever, council tax, or that's my weekly grocery shopping whatsoever. Cool down. Here in Africa, or would I say here in Nigeria, that's 512,700 naira. For a large number of people, that's a lot. I mean, the average salary here in Nigeria, would I say the minimum wage in Nigeria is 30,000 naira. So compare 30,000 to 512,000, you will know that a large percentage of Nigerians, then there is a fraction of people who think that you are poor. you stink with poverty. Anyway, at this point, I don't know if we're middle class anymore, sincerely. With inflation eating up our purchasing power, I don't know. I think we are shuttling between middle class. I know there is nothing like that. You're either upper middle class or lower middle class. I'll just say, well, at this point, this budget is lower middle class. With all the inflation we're seeing in Nigeria, I feel like we've dropped to lower middle class. I think I've mentioned this on my channel before, but yeah. Whether we're upper or lower, I don't know. Share with me in the comment section. With 512,700 naira, is that middle class, lower class, or upper middle class, or lower middle? Like, where do we stand with this budget? This is our monthly budget, and I'm being honest with you. So how do I spend this money? How do I spend $300 a month? Mind you, when I say we, me, my 3 children, and my living nanny. Yes, I did employ a living nanny that lives with us here, that helps quite a lot with the domestic work and all of that. So yeah, mouths to feed. I will just start gradually and then we'll ease into it, right? The first thing, and this is in no order, things can vary depending on, you know, the plans that I have for that month. See, if you're living in Nigeria right now, you must have a plan. Every month there has to be a plan. Whether that next month you want to buy rice, or that next month you want to purchase something, you cannot enter a new month without a budget or a plan, unless you're not really feeling this economy. This economy is normal to you, or you have bastard cash. You're that rich that you couldn't care less to budget. Yeah. For us in this bracket, and with a total of 5 mouths to feed, a budget has to be done, because literally everything has gone yes, parabolic. Like, the prices of things are unbelievably and ridiculously high. So you just have to plan your life every single month. So the first thing I'll be sharing here today is, and this is in no order of importance, the first thing I'll share here is data and airtime. You guys know I work with the internet. I work on the internet. For data, I spend 40,000 naira on data and airtime, and this covers me for the month. Unlimited data and calls for the whole month. 40,000 does it for me. Moving on to the second thing on the list. This one, food. I spend 150,000 naira plus or minus, depending on what's remaining in the kitchen. Maybe last month I bought a truckload of beans, gari, or spices or whatsoever. The next month I may not buy as much because that could remain, or the leftover could sustain us for another month. But like this month I bought a bag of rice. Ooh, that bag of rice I bought, I planned 2 months ahead to buy it. And even with the plans I had 2 months ago, the price that it was 2 months ago wasn't the price I bought it. You see how when I say food, food is going up and up and up and up. It's not coming down. Like, food is I shop twice a month, like twice. The first week of the month and the third week of the month. And so sometimes I spend up to 150. Sometimes I save almost 50k just because there is a whole lot more in the house. I'm just giving 150 because since we moved back twice, 2 times since moving back, I've spent 150,000 just on food for a whole month. Crazy, innit? The next factor that drives us mad is fuel. Yes, fuel. That I spend 120,000. Wait, I'm going to break it down. So right now, I know this price will be revised because of the car that I got recently. I just recently found out that this car sucks fuel, like. So I'm yet to get the budget. Maybe at the end of this month, I'll get the budget for this particular car. But when I was driving my mom's car, the Toyota Camry, with 60,000 naira, it does wonders for me. I'm basically majorly doing school runs and market runs every month. And my children's school, just 2 minutes drive away. Market is not so far. So but now that I have a new car, I know this particular figure will change. So 60,000 out of the 120 to fuel the car for the month. And then the remaining 60,000 is for the house. We have a generator here. We don't have 24 hours supply. We're not on band A where I live. So I spend, I would say 30k the first 2 weeks and then 30k the last 2 weeks. We try to use the gen when it's utterly important, when it's very, very pressing and very necessary. We don't just turn on the generator for turning on sake. You get it? But 120, give or take 150 every month for fuel. Obviously, here in Africa or West Africa, I don't want to speak for the whole of Africa because I know Ghana pays for water bill. My sister lives in Ghana and she talks about water bill and doomso and the rest. But here in Nigeria, if you can get a sumo, dig your own borehole, you have free water. So we do not pay water bill where I live. I've not heard of any Nigerian paying water bill. If you do pay water bill, let me know. Apart from Lekki residents, Lekki people, I heard you people have bad water. Let me know in the comment section if you live in Nigeria and you pay water bill. We don't pay water bill here. We do not pay water bill unless you don't have borehole in your house and you have to go outside to buy water, or you get a tanker to fill your tank for you. Maybe you live in the village or a rural area. Maybe the case may be different. But if you live in a city, the likelihood of having access to water almost 95% to 100%. That's why I love my Nigeria no water bill. Water is free. Water is from God. Water is from the ground. You drink water. I set aside 100,000 naira for miscellaneous. When I say miscellaneous, like my hair, this new hair that I got done, this hair cost 10,000 naira. Attachment, everything, making it I changed hands. Like everything had to change just to live below my means. So this whole thing, the style, the attachment, everything on my head, total was 10,000 naira. Yeah, this month I ain't doing nails. I would say this week, no nails. Miscellaneous could also be school things. Like sometimes my children's school, they do requests for things here and there. It could be YouTube. Maybe I'm trying to film or shoot a content and it requires extra fuel, extra whatsoever resources. It could be anything. It could be anything that comes out of the blue. Maybe the generator had an issue and then we had to call the... Yeah, it could be my car, it could be anything. So I set aside 100,000 naira for that. And then the rest of the money is used to pay the living nanny and save. We save the rest. Sometimes the saving, we still borrow from the saving to survive. But yeah, this is just the budget I try to live on every month. Like sometimes I go above 300, sometimes yeah, it's 300 on the dot. But since coming back, I try as much as possible to stay on this budget to ensure that we don't starve, to ensure that we're surviving Nigeria, to ensure that we're preparing for higher, because the inflation will keep going. We don't know when this is stopping. So we need to learn to live below our means. This may go up to $200 or $100 in the future because yeah, the way the country is moving mad with everything happening. This is how I break down the budget for the month. This is not necessarily our net worth, but this is how much I try to manage every single month for the family. And I hope that everything was very crystal clear. I still owe you guys a shopping video where I go to the market and I use this 150,000 naira and do the monthly shopping so that you see how much the cost of food currently is, at least down south of Nigeria. Anyway, guys, if you absolutely enjoyed this particular video, give it a massive thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section. Is this budget too ridiculous? Is it not making any sense to you? Is it decent? Is it manageable? Could it be adjusted? Is it way above your own means or is way below your own means? I need to know what's your own budget like in this current climate. But yeah, hopefully you found this video informative, insightful. I don't know. Anyway, give this video a massive thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. For now,